When talking about wide-angle lenses, I got the Zeiss 16-35 f4. Did I made the right decision? Welcome back, I am Mauro and this is my long-term review of my most used lens for travels, vlogs, when I did that wide opening reveal shot and first dance opening shots. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Coming from my Micro Four Thirds Lumix system, I always felt that I didn't get so much performance on my wide-angle side. That changed when I switched to the Sony A7 III and the Zeiss 16-35 f4. I use it mostly for my video work mounted on my Ronin S, but I don't hesitate to snap photos with it. Let me get you straight to the point. This lens is fast enough for night cityscapes, extremely fast on autofocus, wide enough for vlogging, extremely sharp in every condition with a really great build quality. Actually, this is my travel lens to go and I'm keeping it on my Sony A7 III 90% of the time when traveling. Before my real life experience with this lens, let's talk a little about the specs. The aperture goes from f4 to f22 with a front mounting filter thread in the standard 72 filter thread size. Actually, this is the only lens that I don't use anti-filters, because for wide opening I tend to stop it down to f8 or f10 to get a reveal all in focus image, and when I'm vlogging I don't bother about shutter speed, it's a vlog. The manual zoom ring is very fluent with a decent amount of friction. The smaller focusing ring on top is good, but I actually never use it because you will always be filming wide shots where you don't have to pull focus. In f4 terms you don't get such a depth of field. The lens comes with a really great low profile lens hood that you want always to have attached it on. Not just for the sun flares, but also for the added protection of the glass element. The lens features optical steady shot, and combined with the in-body image stabilization of my A7 III, you can get really stable handheld images and pictures. The optical steady shot and the linear autofocus motor are extremely quiet and you don't get any sound on your microphone. Sony claims that this lens has a dust and moisture resistant design, but raising a red flag is that the rear mount is not gasketed. The lens is built around 7 glass elements, which 4 are aspherical, with the Zeiss anti-reflecting coating that really helps with ghosting and backlight situations. The lightweight build combined on an A7 III and the Ronin Ace makes it a really fairly lightweight combo for filming even on a longer period of time. The focusing speed is fast, with a pleasant transition from focus point to focus point, because I'm using it always in autofocus continuous. The f4 aperture is more than enough for me and for my low light work like weddings, and having a good performer like the Sony A7 III, I actually never go higher than ISO 800. I could have opted for the 2.8 GM faster version, but it's double the price, is heavier and it's bigger. And I would have stopped it down almost every time to f4 or maybe also f8. And for my other low light work, well, I have the Samyang 35mm f1.4 and the Zeiss 55mm f1.8 that I am filming right now, and I am pretty much covered for low light stuff if I really need it. Talking about filming in the widest focal length. When filming from a closer distance you can notice some distortion on people's faces, and you will get that rectilinear weird wide-angle look. I would always advise to film around 18mm to get a better performance and less distorted videos or images in the corners. Zoomed all the way up to 35mm at f4, you can actually get some object separation from the background, and turning the APS-C mode on your Sony, you can actually mimic a 55mm look if you are in a run and you weren't fast enough to change lenses when the speeches start. I caught myself a lot of time going to APS-C mode and mimic a 50mm lens, so it's a good all-arounder too. So on the wider side you get a 60mm and in APS-C mode a 50mm. When filming facing the sun, you actually get a really nice, sharp sunstar effect. The optical performance is excellent and you don't notice any chromatic aberration or weird sun flares. I can't find any drawbacks about this lens rather than the weird wide-angle distortions that all wide-angle lenses have. The price is around $200 more than the competition from Canon and Nikon, but I don't care about them at all. What do you think, guys? Will this review make you want one right now? You can check my links in the description to find out more about this lens and also my other lenses that I use for my Sony E-Mount system. Don't forget to check the bell ring icon to get notified every time I make a new video. Subscribe with a big thumbs up if you really like this video and see ya on my next one.